Hi friends, I'm so happy to see you. I was watching an interview with Patton Oswalt this morning, and he said something that struck me as really interesting, and I wanted to explore it a little bit with you guys. Hi, I'm Jeff Lanctot with Creative Mindset. My mission is to take my 10 plus years as a creative professional, break down the tools and the mindset you're gonna need if you wanna take your creative ambition to the next level. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss a single video. Okay, this interview with Patton Oswalt, I'll go ahead and link it down below, but the gist was the interviewer and he were talking about how he spent nearly 4 years of his life basically seeing every movie that was coming out. He would go to the theater every week and he would see all these movies with the ambition in mind of being a film director. The thing that came to light is he still hadn't made a film after all this time. And one of the reasons that he talked about was this fear of it being a disappointing experience, or being not what he had built it up in his mind to be, or him not being qualified in order to be a filmmaker. And it struck me as I was watching this interview that even successful people have the same hurdle to get over in starting a project or committing to something that they've never done before. And it was a really empowering thought for me, because that's the thought that I have, that if I were successful, if I had fame, or if I had more money or more notoriety or what have you, it would become easier for me as a process, or as a result of that. And the light bulb was simply this, that, oh look, here's this guy who has many of those things that I want, and it's not easier for him. Well, if it's not easier, really the only thing that we need to be doing is going and trying things. And so that was one of the takeaways. Now the other takeaway was this, that he, as he's talking about this, and he and the interviewer talking about this, the thing that I realized was he has set a certain expectation for himself for what it would look like to be a filmmaker. He talks about a full set. He talks about a crew and a cast, and what was really interesting for me to realize was this, that if there are doubts, we can start smaller. If we want to give ourselves better odds for success, it's gonna be better if we do start really small, which we use as a stair step for the next project, which is a little bit bigger, and a stair step for the next project. Now, at any point in here, we could decide, boy, this isn't all it's cracked up to be. Maybe this isn't the thing for me, and we haven't invested a lot of time or money or energy into it. So in no way is this to pick on Patton Oswalt. When and if he does decide to be a filmmaker, I think it's probably going to be brilliant. So anyway, I guess the thing that I'd like to say is this. One, it's okay to start small. That's a smart way to be a sustainable creative. And then the second thing is to realize that the doubt doesn't go away. The fear doesn't go away. That really the skill and the being a professional is we go and we do things and we start things and we try things, even with the doubt and even with the fear and even with the possibility that we might fail. That's okay. These are experiments, and small experiments lead to big experiments, and big experiments eventually lead to interesting places and interesting things. Maybe not what we intended when we set out, but that's quite all right. So that's my thought for this week. I hope you find that interesting. I definitely encourage you to check out the link I put in the description. Always remember, my friends, you matter and the world needs what you have to offer. Go after the life you want. You got this.